Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, Jnana Vijnana Yogam, Sloka number 3. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschidyatati Siddhaye Yatatamapi Siddhanam Kaschinmam Vitti Tattvataha. Know the maker, not the made. Knowing the made is the material science or worldly science about the matter. But knowing about the maker is metaphysical science, Brahma Vidya. Bhagavan Krishna promising to Arjuna in these first 3 shlokas of the 7th chapter, introducing to the subject matter, O Arjuna, I am going to explain to you in detail without any doubt left. I will make you to understand about this both para prakriti and apara prakriti. Knowing about the matter and the material is called apara prakriti, and that is called jnanam. Knowing about the para prakriti, metaphysical science, and the Brahma Vidya is Vijnanam. In other words, knowing about the matter is called Jnanam. Knowing about the consciousness is the Vijnanam. Once if the person knows these two in a perfect manner, as the scriptures described, then for such a person there is nothing further to know in this world. Nothing is going to be left out. He need not to know anything. By knowing which, he knows everything. By not knowing which, even though he knows everything of the world, but he doesn't know really anything. This point only, this question only asked in the Mundakopanishad starting, the student asked the teacher, "Oh, my dear teacher, please teach me by knowing which one everything will come to be known. Eka vijnanena sarvam vijnanam bhavati." Now, in these first 2 shlokas, after telling that Bhagavan, to create more interest in Arjuna's mind and to turn his attention, to seek his attention, Bhagavan Krishna in the 3rd shloka praising about this knowledge, how rare it is, how valuable it is, how precious it is. So there we saw in the last class the meaning of this 3rd shloka also. Out of thousands and thousands of people, hey Arjuna, Very few are actually interested to know this. And out of that few, again, very few only try to seek or know me in a correct way. Many of them don't know. They want to know, but they don't know how to know, where to go, whom to ask. And even after they come to the right place, to a right person, the teacher, Shrotriya Brahmanishta, even after listening from such a competent teacher, but still, Kaschin Mam Veti Tattvataha, exactly, precisely, Tattvataha, what should be known in the same way. Very few only will come to know, realize. So this I am not telling to you, frighten you, or it is not possible to you. Not in that sense. I want to just encourage and tell you that how rare this and great this knowledge is. So you must have the interest that yes, let me be as one in among those Kashchit. So after explaining in the first three shlokas, now from fourth shloka onwards up to the 12th shloka, now Lord is going to explain the Ishvara Swarupam. Who is God? Where is God? How the God will be? What is his nature? Swarupam. And all these details are given in the forthcoming shlokas. Now let us read the fourth shloka. Bhumirapo nalo vayuho tham mano buddhirev च अहंकार इति यं मे भिन्ना प्रकृतिरष्टधा. So after drawing the attention of the Arjuna and created so much enthusiasm and interest, taste towards this knowledge, now Bhagavan started explaining. Now before going into this word to word meaning of this sloka, let us generally analyze what Upanishads are told about the nature of the Ishvara Swarupam, or nature of the God. Again, the first and important Upanishad, if we take the Mundaka Upanishad, and Upanishad says that Lord Ishvara is the Karanam, cause for the creation of this entire world. Whenever we say something is cause for the creation of this product, and that cause should be in two categories. Two causes together only, there some product can be created. What are the two categories or two causes? One is the material cause and another is the intelligent cause. For example, if this pot is made up of material clay, but who made this pot, this shape, and given this name, Nama Rupa, brought this shape from the clay? Who did that? The matter can never transform by itself. The matter can never transform or convert into a product by itself. If that is the case, it is very, very nice, good. If I made a wheat dough and kept it ready and I came to a class, particularly housewives, women. And by the time I finished the class and went back to my home, all the chapatis are ready. They came by themselves from that dough of the wheat. It will happen anytime? Never. So there should be some intelligence cause also. Now, in the worldly matters, everywhere, in worldly matters, everywhere, it is it is always the material is different and the creator of that material or creator of the product from that material is different. That means the intelligent cause is different and the material cause is different. This spot created, the material cause of this spot is clay. But the intelligent cause for this creation of the pot is pot maker is different. In this way, in every aspect in this world, we can see the material cause and the intelligent cause are both are different everywhere, everywhere. But Shastra says there are one or two exceptions. Exceptions. Mundaka Upanishad give that exception, the example from the nature itself. It talks and explains about the spider. The spider itself is the material cause, and the spider itself is the intelligent cause to create the web, spider web. Yes, both. यथोर्ननाभि सृजते गृह्णते च, as like the urnanavi, the spider, very fine and very quickly, how much ever it wants, it can bring out that thread from its stomach itself. And the spider itself weave the web, create the web. Still now, the scientists are wondering about this phenomena. They are doing a lot of research, but Upanishads found this example and given also long ago. So as this exception of the spider is become now the material cause and as well as the intelligent cause. Another example, of course not in the Mundaka Upanishad, somewhere else in Mandukya. For example, in the dream, I myself, my mind is the cause for creating the entire objective world in the dream. I am the intelligent cause of creating the dream mind, and the same mind becomes also material cause. Yes or no? See? So like this, these exceptions are there, no? Now come to the point with the Ishvara. Ishvara also is the cause of this material and the intelligent cause of this entire creation. The Sanskrit terms given to this material cause and the intelligent cause are Upadana Karanam and Nimitta Karanam. Yes. So Lord Ishvara is having a potential power with him. He can himself become the material and he himself can bring out the product. So generally to construct a house, the bricks are differently made from somewhere. The stones are brought from the hill from somewhere. The sand is brought from the river somewhere and brought by different people, and all that has gathered, and the foundation on the earth is dug by the different labor, and the plan made by a different engineer architect, and then after all that together the workers, the mason will construct by help with the help of many others. And after that, so many again plumber needed, electrician needed, painter needed, carpenter needed. After that, house is built. And finally, for all help to construct that house, they won't stay in that house. The owner of the house will stay. But here you know the wonders of the wonders is the Ishvara himself is material cause, intelligent cause, and he alone become everything and he alone stays in everything. Can we believe this? Very difficult, very difficult. But Shastra says there is no other way. You have to believe it. So this material and the consciousness, this para and apara. Para means consciousness, apara means matter. Now there is a lot of differences between these two. There is a lot of differences. Upanishad explains so many differences. Okay? And one feature, common feature between these two, this para, consciousness, and apara can be called as the maya also. Technically, in Sanskrit Shastra, maya. Maya Sahita Chaitanyam Brahmam is called as Ishvara. If Maya is looked separately and kept separate, it is Chaitanyam Brahmam only. This concept only showed in our Puranas as the Ardhanarishvara, matter principle and the energy, intelligent Purusha and Prakriti, Chaitanyam, Para and Prakriti, Apara, matter. Now, this is the common feature, but what are the uncommon features? There are many. Common feature is only this, and common feature is actually they both are eternal. That is common feature. They both are eternal, Anadi. Maya also is Anadi and Purusha Chaitanyam also is Anadi. Shakti and Shaktiman can never be separated. For that sake only Ardhanarishwara Shiva Shakti Yarupinye Namaha. Now, uncommon features, few I will mention. Consciousness, para, because Bhagavan is going to use in the fifth shloka, para, apara. And Mundakopanishad also very much talked about this para-vidya, apara-vidya. Dve-vidya, veditavya. Here you need to know about two things. And so, consciousness para, Chaitanyam is Chetanam. It is conscious principle. But apara is Jadam, inert. Para is Nirgunam. There is no any attributes which you can attribute to the Chaitanya. There is no attributes. Nirgunam Chaitanyam. Sagunam matter, the Jadam. Apara is Sagunam. Then Nirguna Chaitanyam is Nirvikaram. Nirguna Chaitanyam, Nirvikaram. There is no any possibility of the modification in it. But here, Jadam Sagunam, it is a Savikaram. All the time constantly change. The change principle, the constant change principle, how much constant means in a high velocity, in every seems to be unmoving object, the scientist found that inside after dividing went to the molecules and the neutrons and protons. There he found all those molecules are in a very high velocity, continuously dancing, moving. That's why this whole world is under a constant flux. That's why it is called Jayati Gacchati iti Jagat or Prapancha. Keep on continuously. 5 combinations and modifications and varieties, but they are constantly moving. That's why the greatest physician of the world, famous physician Caprisco, he taken the example of our Chidambara Nataraja Swami to indicate this principle of the constant dancing principle of this Prakriti Maya is indicated by the Nataraja Swami. It is very fascinating aspect for a physicist. In the world famous physics research center in the world, it is somewhere. In that institution outside, there is a nearly 15-20 feet height Nataraja Vigraha is installed. Anyhow, that is the Puranic aspect. But ultimately it indicates this only. So now we are talking about the uncommon features between this para and apara. Then this Chetanam is Satyam. That Achetanam Jadam is Mithya. We should not say Asatyam. Mithya. That means what? Which is appearing as though it is real, but In fact, it is not there. It appears as it is there. It gives the experience that it is there, but when you inquire, it won't be there. It is not there. It will be proved that it is not there. That is called mithya. So jadam apara is mithya. Then param chetanam is ekam, only one. But here apara, this mithya, anekam, innumerable. Not only that, this satyam ekam is nityam also. Shashvatam. अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणः न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. So satyam, ekam, nityam. But that mithya, anekam and asatyam. Sorry, anityam. Not permanent. Finally, the essence, saratamam, is the consciousness, and asaram, pitless, essenceless, is apara, maya, jada. Many more also we can say, but these are all generally which you can remember and think about them. So now after this brief introduction of what I am talking, God is going to explain about this by keeping all this in the mind, but with his own words. Not only that, he takes the principle of explaining this creation as science talks about the many variety theories of creation, not only one theory. Because till they were not able to come to the final conclusion, one theory once upon a time given the Nobel Prize. Now somebody came and told the new theory, and that Nobel Prize gone means negated, neglected, and now another Nobel Prize given. But still, different theories of the creation. For example, Darwin theory or Big Bang theory, after that Big Crunch theory, like this they talk about. Now, in the Shastra also, the creation is always not talked in the same way. Even in the Upanishads, one Upanishad tells a little bit differently, another Upanishad tells differently. And generally, Upanishads will talk about the Pancha Mahabhutas like that. Then Taitriyam, okay, Tasmad Etasmad Atmanah Akasha Sambhutah Akashad Vayuh Vayoragnihi Agnerapah Apaprithvi, like. But when you come to the Chandogya Upanishad, it talks about the only three Pancha Mahabhutas. It doesn't mean that that is wrong, this is wrong, correct. Because Upanishad don't want to tell the mithya, this Maya creation, which is not real, in the same way everywhere. So Puranas also explain in a still different way. Puranas tells about the Narayana Bhagavan sleeping in the Milky Ocean, and from his novel, the flower Padmam came lotus, and in the lotus Brahmaji is sitting, all that Bhagavatam, many Puranas. So like that, he wants to just first do the superimposition, adhyaropa. Anyhow, we have to do the apavada or negation later. So explains in a different way. For that, we need not to break our head. Shastra or Shankara, wherever he writes the Bhashan, he clarifies that. So it doesn't matter. But Nowhere there is a different of opinion about the Brahman, the Chaitanyam, the Nirguna Nirakara Brahman, and Ishvara, or when it talks about it as Antaryami, especially in Brihadaranyaka, third chapter, the seventh Brahmanam is called Antaryami Brahman. There it talks about the Ishvara, but at the end of that Antaryami Brahmanam brought out that that is eternal and Amrutam. It is not just a Samashti Karana Shariram Sahita Chaitanyam Ishvara, but still there it is a Sakshi Chaitanyam. So main teaching is always the same, no different of opinion, even though wherever some logic. But now here Krishna adopting the Sankhya method. Sankhya is a one philosophy who is the author of that Kapila Muni, and Kapila, that Sankhya, why is the creation explanation Krishna borrowed, that he is telling here. That's why I'm explaining, reminding you. Now, let us see the meaning of this word with this background, meaning of this sloka. Bhagavan enumerating totally about the apara prakriti, the lower order of the lower nature of the Ishvara, lower, my lower nature. What one is Bhumihi, and then the earth, then Apaha, water, then Analaha, fire, then Vayuhu, then Akashaha. So the order is taken in instead of descending order, it has taken from the ascending order. That is, Bhumi has taken first. Generally, Akasham, Vayu, Agni, Apaha, Prithvi. Okay? Akasham, Vayu, Agni, Jalam, and Prithvi. But here it is told in a reverse order. That's it. But here Shankara mentions that here the intention of the Lord Krishna to tell these five principles is not about the Sthula Panchamahabhutas, not the gross Panchamahabhutas, but Sukshma Mahabhutas. They are called as the Tanmatras. That means before they combined each other and the Panchikaranam has not taken place, intermixing has not taken place, they were exactly as they are. Space is one Tanmatra element, as it is pure. So this pure, as it is, the five elements, Pancha Mahabhutaha. They are called actually Bhutaha. But when they combined all the five and shared themselves, and then only the next category of the third final category of the Sthula Maha Bhutan, Bhautika. Bhutaha elements. Bhautikaha elementals. Okay, so Bhagavan Krishna is talking here about the Sukshma Tanmatras or the Panchamahabhutas, and so they are called Prakriti. Prakriti has got Bhagavan, the intention here telling eightfold Prakriti, eightfold. Ashtada Bhinna. Okay. Here Bhinna means not different, divided into eightfold. So five are already told. See, Prakriti is when they are individually as it is. But when they combined, it becomes a Vikriti. Becomes a Vikriti. That's why so many varieties will come, and out of the three gunas of those five pure elements. So five. Now another three. What are they? Manaha, Buddhihi, and Ahankara cha eva. Now these three also we should not take the general mind and intellect like that here, because we are talking about the sukshma tanmatras or the subtle elements categories. Naturally, mind is not a comparatively subtle only than the body, but it is a refined matter. Refined matter. But when it is not refined and it came from the Panchatanmatras, that before that what it is. So here, Manaha, we have to take a total, and Shankara given us the comment meaning for it is avyaktam. That means a samashti, that mm, mind element, samashti, avyaktam, the cosmic ego, we can say. But ego, ahankara is another word is coming. That's why actually in Sankhya Yoga, these manaha, buddhi and ahankara are used technically for saying about uh, the revolutes, tanmatras like. So avyaktam, the cosmic ego, and buddhi is also we have to take in a total, not individual, total, the cosmic intellect. But this is English simple translation. But technical word Shankara gives is the Mahat Tattvam. One is Avyaktam and another is called take as Mahat Tattvam. Now we are not going to analyze what it is like that, but understand this much. It is not just the gross mind which you and me having and using it. It is talking about the Avyaktam Mahatattvam. Then the Ahankara also is told here, that is also unmanifest only, but Shankara gives the definition Avidya Sahita Avyakta Moola Prakriti. That means Avidya Sahita Avyakta Moola Prakriti. Already Avyakta we told. So that's why the cosmic ego, mind also, and that is the only culprit of creating the Ahankara and then doership, ownership, and all that. That only causes. So there is a Avidya Sahita Avyakta Moola Prakriti is called Ahankara. Shankara gives an example for that. He says, the food is mixed with the poison. The food is mixed with the poison. As like that, the avidya poison is mixed with that avyakta moola prakriti. So, these eight are the prakriti. That's why Bhagavan specially used that prakriti ashtadha. They were not mingled each other, not that means the intermediary stage of the creation Bhagavan talking here in the fourth and fifth shlokas. Intermediary stage. Before that, what we talk, even Bhagavan not explained here, what we talk, we talk about the Chaitanyam is there, Maya, Jadam is there. Okay? And So these two are there. So Ishvara, God means is the combination of this both para and apara prakriti. And that apara prakriti, Bhagavan now is telling here, he told already, 8 categories, parts are there. All this, now hereafter Vikruti is going to take place. That means the third stage of the creation. The final stage or third stage are gross expression. So in intermediate stage, what are there? 8 these prakrutis are there. That's why we'll call it as prakrutis, plural. And plus 1 Chaitanya. So total 8 plus 1, 9. Then after telling about this 8 ingredients categories, now in telling in the 5th shloka, अपरेयमितस्त्वन्याम् प्रकृतिं विद्धि मे पराम् जीवभूतां महाबाहो य एदं धार्यते जगत्. Now here only Bhagavan giving, differentiating this Prakriti and the Purusha or the Chaitanyam. Now only he is bringing out those words of the Apara Prakriti and Para Prakriti. Okay? He is calling about his existence, consciousness itself is also one Prakriti. But that Prakriti is a Para Prakriti, but this is the Apara Prakriti. In Para Prakriti, Apara Prakriti, what are the difference we saw just now? Now what Bhagavan telling here, Iyam, this eightfold which I have told to you, Ashtada Prakriti, is called, know them as the Apara. Apara is my lower nature. It is visible. They are visible. When they come to the after the next third stage. Anyhow, they are visible. No, here we are able to see the earth and water and fire and sky and the wind. So they are visible. They are apara. But Shankara gives few more words for this apara. It's napara. Not, it is not higher. It is not the ultimate. And it is lower. Therefore, it is nikrushta. It is lower. Nikrushta. And it is being nikrushta and which has got the sagunam savikaram vidya anekam anityam asaram. It is ashuddha. It is adulterated, mixed with the impurities. Three gunas are impurities. So ashuddha. Therefore, it is anardhakari. It will create a problem. If you hold on to only that, if you take it, that is the real anardhakari. That means it is not going to do the good for you. Anartham, it won't do the hitam to you, but it may give some priyam to you. Therefore, what? Samsara bandhanatmika. That is because you are holding on to it, you are taking that apara prakriti as real, and therefore you are caught up in this samsara bandhana. It becomes a cause for this cycle of birth and death and again repetition. Then anyam tu itaha. So vidhi prakritim anyam itaha too, which is distinct and separate and different from this eightfold apara prakriti, okay, from this lower nature, which is vishuddha and mama atma bhutam, that is called jiva bhutam. Here, very interestingly, Bhagavan is using whichever is that consciousness principle in the jivas. Jiva bhutam means here in the form of the jiva. For that, Shankara gives kshetrajna roopam, okay, which is the intelligent principle, sakshi chaitanyam, the knower, and which is because of which this entire the material, the body, mind, intellect complex is held together and expressing functioning prana dharana karanam. So kshetrajna rupa jiva bhutam, that means actually in this shloka mahavakya is revealed. Mahavakya is revealed. How come? Where is the mahavakya? Because the para prakriti, the param is vishuddham, is nothing but the conscious principle in every body. That means you, now Ishvara is where? Ishvara, para is where? It is in the, so therefore, now if we ask where is the Ishvara? Ishvara, one is this apara prakriti, everything is nothing but the form of the Ishvara only. But it is apara. But where is the para? Is where is the higher nature? That is you. That is me. The observed everything is the apara and the observer is the para. So indirectly Mahavakya teaching in this Jiva Bhutam, hey Mahabaho, Arjuna, try to understand this. So I am not somewhere, don't search for me in this world. That means he is not somewhere, he is not fixed to a desha or kala, now and here. Because when we say that now, whatever you see, this is Ishvara. But then if everything is Ishvara, then why you have to search for the Ishvara and waiting for the Ishvara to give the darshan and all that? But ultimately, Ishvara is having a separate body like anything? No. Bhagavan saying, Jiva Bhutam Ahabaho, that Vidhi me param, my higher nature is nothing but in you as you. So know that my higher nature. So when Lord says my higher nature is he as a jiva only, then where is the question of me here separate ahankara? Then I must also apply the same. My me param prakritim is really I am Chaitanya Swarupam. That means what? What happened? Tattvamasi Mahavakya thought. So, in this way, the entire universe, Yedam, so me param, यया idam jagat dharyate, this higher nature alone is in and through everywhere in this apara prakriti, is constantly supporting and holding this. Even though it is invisible as we think, but that only is become the cause for this physical body to function. And if this physical body is at all, if for any reason not functioning and falls down, also nothing happened to the para prakriti of my higher nature. So every one of us should must say that when I say I means one is apara prakriti and para prakriti. That para prakriti is nothing but the jiva. Lord said all these words based on the Upanishad. So therefore, hey Mahabahu Arjuna, know that idam jagat dharyate. He sustained this entire universe by which that is my higher nature. Now, after introducing this in two shlokas, the intermediary stage explained and Chaitanyam and the matter, the Prakriti. Then, in the third shloka, the third stage, the final एतद्योनीनि भूतानि सर्वाण्येत्युपधारय अहं कृत्स्नस्य जगतः प्रभवप्रलयस्तथा. Please try to understand, catch this teaching, my exposition on this too. Ascertain that Upadharaya, Janihi is no. Etadyonini. Here, Etadyonini means these two, that para and apara, prakritis both, they both are becomes the material cause. Material cause. Kshetragna lakshane. Shankara says that means para and apara. Combination only is here now becomes the yoni means womb, origin for everything. So I am the source, therefore aham prabhavaha. I am the source. So I am the cause of this entire creation. Here I means Maye Vasakalam Jatam Mai Sarvam Pratishthidam. As Kaivalyopanishad says, this I is the consciousness principle which is in every body, expressed by everybody, but that is only one. That is. So Aham, Bhagavan says here, I am the cause of the Srishti, I am the source, Tadha Pralayaha, I am the ground, resolution ground also. That means Srishti, Sthiti, Laya Karanam. Even though Sthiti is not told here, Prabhava, Layaha Tadha, Jagatha Kritsnasya, of this entire universe, without any exception, everything is combined with these two principles, Prakriti, Para and Apara. Okay, that consciousness principle and the matter, and one is Chaitanyam Brahman, another is Prakriti Maya. So these are the two together here the creation. So absolutely From the Maya Prakriti standpoint, everything is made up of same principles. And the supporting principle is only one without a second. Then where is the question of samsara? Where is the question of misery? Where is the question of struggling? All these which are happening in the mind, the sorrow, misery, and delusion, and the fear, everything is the mental modifications. But once you realize that you are not the body or mind or intellect, then you are the source of everything. So in this way, fourth, fifth and sixth shlokas, Bhagavan started explaining about his lower nature and higher nature, para and the apara prakritis, the Purusha Tattva and the Maya Prakriti Tattva. In this way, we must clearly, unless otherwise we study this teaching and know this, the how the entire intelligence cause is one and the same, then how this entire world is moving, running harmoniously because of which intelligence cause. Then only we won't see this world as the bhoga vastu, but we will see this as a yoga vastu. That means prasada buddhi, the entire. So the bhoga buddhi will go away, and so the whole entire prakriti. So God is not a person, not in one particular location, not in a particular time appears and disappears. That's why the God Ishvara, which we generally call as the generator, operator, destroyer, is not somewhere. You need not to search and wait for him and struggle for to see him here and now. What you are is nothing but the combination of this para apara prakritis. The two together is called Ishvara. Therefore, Jiva Ishvara Aikyam has taking place. This is the benefit of this knowledge, listening. This is not just to acquire and know some Sanskrit words and this and that and academic knowledge. This knowledge should give me a clear vision for me and understanding and my outlook now hereafter about this world and about me. Everything is different. So in this way, these three shlokas are talking about. In next shloka uh, onwards, Bhagavan is going to explain further Ekameva Advitiyam. Now, because Apara Prakriti shows many differences, multiplicity, diversity, never get lost in that and never poke your nose or the intellect to do the research on any one of them. Instead of wasting the time like poking the nose in them, you better focus your attention on this para prakriti, chaitanyam, ekam, advitiyam. That alone is the truth. All other things are mithya, not real. So this ekameva advitiyam statement of the Upanishads, Bhagavan is going to dot out in the seventh shloka onwards, that we will see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। हरि ओम् तत्सत्।